Sonic's channel.
Hey fans, Michael the Human here, and welcome to part 13 of the Sonic Generations playthrough, and we have Johnny with us again, doing one of his favorite stages in the game. Welcome.
You. I hate this stage, because to me, like, I look, the one thing I love the most about this stage, I'll say this out right now, is I love the way Planet Wisp looks.
I like the beginning of it.
Yeah, to me, this makes me want to see a Sonic Colors HD port. Which I recall them saying they would do if Sonic Colors sold well enough, but it never
does
came.
Sound familiar, actually.
Yeah, it never came to fruition, and I don't know. It's just like, yeah, visually the levels are appealing to me. In terms of length, I think it's overstays its welcome a bit too much, especially at the second half of it. And the music isn't as stellar as I'd like it to be. There's one thing I loved about Planet Wisp's music selection in Sonic Colors is that it was so calming and it was relaxing. And this one sounds like negative energy sweet rave party, and modern is a bit closer to the original source, but it's missing a bit of dynamics here.
It needs more piano.
Yeah, it definitely needs more piano and less dubstep.
What in the world?
It looks like there was a layering issue, and you couldn't get to the loop in time. There you go. But another thing that the one thing that bugs me about these levels in particular is that you were pretty much required to use the Spike Wisp in Classic Sonic section and the Rocket Wisp in Modern Sonic section, which is completely unlike Colors. Colors, the Wisps are optional at all times. You are not required to use the Wisp in order to advance the level. Yeah, not using the Wisp would mean you have to take the slow path, obviously, but you didn't have to use them. They were completely optional at all times. In this game, you have to use Wisps.
Yeah, it shoves it down your throat like crazy, especially on the classic version. I got so tired of using this Wisp throughout the entire stage without any breaks.
Now, I'm not a big fan of classic Sonic's Planet Wisp music to begin with, but I don't want to have my ears oversaturated with the Spike music either.
Yeah.
It's another reason is just I just don't really like this zone that much.
Yeah. Pretty much the only good part to me, in my opinion, is pretty much like I said at the beginning, with all the grass and stuff like that. I wish that could have gone on longer.
Yeah, there's actually, if I recall correctly, there was a challenge mission with Modern Sonic where the entire level is pretty much in the grassy settings of Planet Wisp, but it has like a purple hue. I loved that challenge mission only because of, I don't know, it felt more like what Planet Wisp should have been. Because, again, when we get into the later halves of Planet Wisp, actually the sections we're in now, the art style you can barely distinguish from Colors. I mean, this looks like a Wii game right now. I don't get HD out of this, except for maybe Sonic's model.
Yeah. Basically, it looks like the GameCube, or not GameCube, it looks like the Wii game, but with higher resolution. The graphics don't look that much improved.
No. And I did play a lot of Sonic Colors, so to me, it's a little more jarring, I should say.
Yeah.
It's actually, I'm trying to remember, one of the things that makes this Wisp a little more difficult to handle is that you don't have a double jump in this game, which is one thing I really loved about Colors, was like, even if like you missed your jump, you can always double jump to fix your angle of, descent. But that's not the case here. Once you're making a jump, you're pretty much sticking to it. Well, I think Classic Sonic has better mid-air control than Sonic did in Colors anyway, but, when you're so used to using the Spike Wisp with the double jump feature, it's a bit glaring.
Yeah, I remember watching your Sonic Colors review, and I thought that one part was funny when you were talking about how you could do the Lightspeed dash if you have the green Wisp, and how you could do the spin dash with the pink Wisp, and you were wondering why he could do that stuff only with the Wisp, when before then he could always do those.
I'm overall questioning why they removed that from Sonic's arsenal just to give it to aliens instead. To me, that just made no sense to me whatsoever. Yeah, pushing the Sonic Team logo is like, that's backwards development. Like, you don't put emphasis on Wisp by taking away what used to be Sonic's natural abilities and giving them to aliens. I see what you're doing there, and you're not fooling me. And of course, there are these sections right here where you have to spin the cogs with the spike power-up. A section which almost nobody likes because, there's definitely, they're way overused, especially in the later half of the stage. I'm getting scrapped brains on flashbacks with that buzzsaw there. I think that's what they were going for, actually. But, yeah, it's like sections like here where you have all these rockets homing in on you, and you don't exactly...
It's impossible to go through it without getting hit.
Yeah, the thing is, though, you don't exactly die while you're in spike mode, which I like, you know, because otherwise that'd be quite cruel if you could, considering the amount of missiles they throw at you. But it's still annoying, and especially this section right here. Now, if you do know where to launch yourself with the spin dash, you can skip this section by placing a well-placed spin dash on one of the cogs. But it's not exactly easy to do, and I've only done it once.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
Yeah. You pretty much just gotta stick to the cogs and hope you don't hit an Eggman bumper.
Yeah. I just get tired of losing rings.
Yeah.
Even though you can't die, it's just annoying to lose rings all the time.
This is a torture. This is purgatory. You're getting hit, but you can't die. There you go. You can make it from there, from that point. At this point, it's just a matter of holding right, and you're almost at the end of the stage here. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's at least one more spike power up here. But it's funny that if you actually grab that power sneaker upgrade, you can actually go fast enough to overlap the Eggman bumper, and you can ride out the rest of the level on the ceiling. And you can actually ride out the rest of the level on the ceiling, and you can cause the level design to glitch up on you. But you're near the end right now.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to make happen.
Yeah.
They should have just extended it.
If I can give the spike power up in Generations any consolation, I get Metroid flashbacks, the Spider Ball, and I like Metroid, so I guess it works out. Not really, but I'm gonna stop defending the spike zone.
I do like though how you don't lose energy when you do the spin dash on this one.
Yeah, that is nice, but then again, since the classic Sonic already has the spin dash to begin with, it just seems a little redundant.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do the spin dash normally, but when I have the Wisp, it takes my energy away.
Yeah.
That would be kind of weird.
And we're effectively halfway done the video.
Yeah, this is basically the longest stage in the game.
Yeah, Planet Wisp is most certainly the Sandopolis of stages in Generations. It can be very, very long if you don't know what you're doing. This is something I mentioned in the Brain Scratch commentaries, but what I think they're doing with modern Planet Wisp is that they're pretty much taking all 6 acts, well, all 5 acts from Planet Wisp and Sonic Colors and just combining it into one mega act. Because you have the lush scenery environments from of Act 1, you have the tower climb from I think Act 3, and everything else is pretty much just Act 2, Act 4, and Act 5 blended together. And so
now this part of the stage I really enjoy.
Yeah, this makes me want a Sonic Colors HD remake.
Yeah.
So badly, and ironically enough, is the best part of the stage. You know, there's a lot of ways you can get to point A to point B, and I really like that.
Yeah, I just wish there was like a whole stage that was just laid out like this.
Yeah. And again, that's one of the reasons why I like one of the challenge missions, because the entire level is laid out like this, and you got that really cool looking purple hue surrounding the entire level. I was actually I played that challenge mission at first, because you know you have the ability to change the music for challenge missions and stuff like that. It's a feature I absolutely love. So for that particular challenge mission, I decided to put on his world from Sonic 06, and strangely enough, the game froze on me at the end of the challenge mission. Of course, I picked a song.
Okay, so that's not just my PS3.
Yeah, so I pick a song from one of the glitchiest Sonic games in existence, and the game freezes on me.
Okay, so does this game have like a track record of freezing randomly?
It only froze on me once, and it was that time I just mentioned. I have the 360 version. So
yeah, it's frozen on me like 3 times.
Alright, I'm just gonna assume that the PS3 has a worse track record with that kind of stuff. I haven't tested out I also have the PC version, which I haven't tested out enough because my laptop just doesn't like me at the moment. But in terms of like performance, Sonic Generations on the PC is the definitive version you have to own if you have the PC that can handle it. You know, the load times are the load times are really short. The frame rate is at a smooth 60 frames per second, and it's pretty much, you know, the version you want to own.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Yeah. Okay, we're now in Planet Wisp Modern Act, the Rocket Zone, as I like to call, because you're not going anywhere without the rocket power-up.
Yeah, they could have also made it so you can use multiple Wisps in one stage, like in Sonic Colors, because in that game you had like maybe 2 or 3 Wisps in one stage, and on this one, they just have a rocket.
Yeah. Now, granted, you had to unlock them in later stages, but you at least had the option. In this game, it's, you know, rocket or bust.
Yeah, I would have liked to use the laser Wisp.
Laser, hover. No, I don't miss Q. But
oh yeah, that was kind of like the Mario Switch actually, where it changes all the blocks and the coins.
Yeah. But I really didn't get anything out of that because it was incredibly situational for a power up. Oh, good lord. And that's the end of Sonic Generations, everybody.
All thanks to Planet Wisp.
Yeah. That. Obviously, like the sections like this, obviously are borrowing elements, I think, from like Act 2 or Act 4, and this is the tower climb now. And this is actually my least favorite part of the stage because this part just tends to drag on forever.
Yeah.
And at least you can go on the carts and you can hold down the boost button to like plow through everything, but even then, you just at this point
I'm glad I ended up figuring out that you can even do that because when I first time playing it, I didn't know you could boost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. You're not you're controlling the cart. You're not controlling Sonic himself. You don't exactly think that Sonic can tap into his inner boost god and give some of that power to the platform. I don't exactly know what's going on, but you know, whatever helps helps.
Yeah.
At this point in the stage, though, I kind of wish there was a way that you can just have infinite rocket, just so you can keep going up and up. Now, granted, they do give you a lot of capsules to begin with, but if
yeah. Yeah, when my first time playing this stage, I just kept thinking, "Oh my goodness, when is this going to end?"
I think you just
going
passed
on
the
and on. I
halfway
felt like I was doing these. I felt like I was on those little cart things for forever.
Yeah. It's always funny because I'm watching this through your screen share, and the frame rate it just got like incredibly choppy, and it's Adabat from Sonic Unleashed all over again. Oh, the slowdown. Well, I shouldn't say slowdown. It's just choppy frame rate. I gotta stop mixing those two up.
Yeah, the slowdown on there was pretty bad, but it does seem like it's more hardware slowdown because it was only on certain parts of the levels and it wasn't on every level.
Well, Adabat in particular was the jungle area. You're boosting through, escaping the enemies. Like the frame rate got really bad there.
Yeah,
and it also got bad when you're running atop of the water trying to avoid the stone pillars while they were exploding. I don't understand why that happens. I figured water would be easy to program and animate and process, but apparently that's not the case.
Yeah, they should probably release Sonic Unleashed on the PC as well.
I heard they were going to do that because I recall seeing some screenshots of like the Sonic team, showing off Unleashed via a laptop, which makes me think they had well, obviously, you know, every game is built off a computer, obviously, but
yeah,
you know, I think at that point you might as well just capitalize on the PC version. You did it for Adventure, you did it for Heroes, so I don't see why you wouldn't do that.
I'm wondering why they won't make any other ports of Sonic Adventure 2. Like, of course they did the GameCube port, but there's no PS3 or 360 port, and there's no PC port.
You got me there.
Like, I'm wondering
well, personally, I think that it's only a matter of time before they bring it onto Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. I think it's just a matter of whether or not Sonic Adventure on the Xbox Live or PlayStation Network sold well enough for them to even consider it. But then again, this is the same people that keep releasing Sonic 1 on every single platform imaginable. If you haven't played Sonic 1 by this point, you are an incredibly sheltered being.
Pretty much.
Hey, we're at the end.
Yeah, my first time doing that stage, it took me like 12 or 13 minutes to
I believe
finish.
it was 9 minutes for me. If only because I kept
Yeah.
I kept fidgeting around with the 2D platforming, which is I'm more comfortable with 2D platforming with classic Sonic than with modern Sonic. And again, that's another thing I really wish, because again, like I said in my review, that since we have classic Sonic here for 2D gaming, modern Sonic just feels a bit redundant.
There's the emerald.
In terms of the 2D gaming, he should have been strictly 3D. Look, a Chaos Emerald out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, there's this hack that I keep seeing where somebody replaced modern Sonic right here with Super Sonic, so it kind of doesn't even make sense for there to be an emerald there when he's already Super Sonic.
How redundant. I do love that thumbs up, the classic Sonic. Makes for a good screen cap. Oh, he rescued Charmy.
I love this part right here because of Sonic's reaction.
I'm a freebie! 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 Whee!
Wow, you're annoying.
Sonic's like, what the heck is wrong
maybe it
with
wasn't
you?
a good idea. Maybe I should talk to Sonic Team and bring Knuckles Chaotix back into continuity. At least Charmy will have a purpose.
That would be nice. Alrighty, that's about it for part 13 of the Sonic Generations playthrough. Thank you very much, Johnny, for joining us. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Okay, since I gave a plug to my main channel last time, I think I should direct you guys to my Let's Play channel, which is at youtube.com/sgblikes2play. It's very, very fun and imaginative name there, I know. You know, I Let's Play all kinds of games with my younger brother Elliot and my best friend Matt. You know, it's definitely not safe for work if you're in terms of language, but you know, we have a really good time with the games that we play, so I think that's what really matters. So if you guys are interested, and guys head over there. And Mykle, I really just want to thank you for inviting me once again for the most boring stage in Sonic Generations.
No problem. Yeah, that's about it for this part of the playthrough. And make sure you go to his channel because he has some pretty cool stuff there. And yeah, thank you all for watching. This is Mykle the Human. See you guys next time.
At the end of the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 playthrough that I did with Elliot, we asked you guys what was the next Sonic game you wanted this channel to do. And it was a close race between Sonic Adventures, Sonic Colors, and this game. Like, I just... Oh...